Yo, what is up, PS5 Nexus fam? Get ready, because we are dropping bombs today with the hottest gaming news you need to know. First up, Capcom is bringing a legendary franchise back from the archives. Get hyped, because the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection is officially heading to PS4 and PS5 for the very first time, and we've got all the details on what this epic collection includes and when you can get your hands on it. Next, the survival horror kingpin Capcom is back, and this time we're putting the Nintendo Switch 2 head-to-head with the PlayStation 5. We've got a brand new trailer for Resident Evil Requiem, and the first direct comparisons are here, showing exactly how this highly anticipated title looks and performs on both platforms. Is the Switch 2 ready to deliver that classic Resident Evil scare? Then, we're turning the mic over to you. What PS5 games are truly pushing the boundaries of graphical fidelity and art direction? We're diving deep into the debate of what makes a PS5 game look absolutely stunning, and we want your input to crown the best-looking titles of this generation on our channel. And finally, prepare to be unsettled as we review Luto on PS5. This psychological horror game is already drawing comparisons to the legendary PT and the Stanley Parable, promising a unique and terrifying experience that will mess with your head. Will Luto deliver the scares, or is it just another ghost in the machine? Stick around for the full breakdown and our verdict. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Capcom is rewriting history with Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection. Get ready, Mega Man fans, because Capcom just dropped a bombshell announcement that's sending shockwaves through the gaming community. During a surprise reveal that coincided with Nintendo's latest showcase, Capcom unveiled the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection, bringing a beloved Nintendo DS series to PlayStation platforms for the very first time. This isn't just a re-release. It's a full-blown revival for PS4 and PS5, scheduled to launch in 2026. The Mega Man Star Force series, originally gracing the Nintendo DS between 2007 and 2009, was a spiritual successor to the critically acclaimed Mega Man Battle Network. It blended familiar action RPG elements with innovative wireless features, allowing players to trade battle cards and engage in real-time combat. The Legacy Collection promises to include all 7 games from the series, offering a massive dose of nostalgia and new gameplay experiences for a generation of gamers who may have missed out on these DS classics. The lore itself is intriguing, set in the futuristic year 220X, where advancements in wave technology are changing the world, and an unlikely partnership forms between a young boy, Geostealer, and an alien named Omega's Eyes. This announcement has ignited excitement across social media and gaming forums, with fans eagerly discussing the potential for updated graphics, quality of life improvements, and the sheer joy of experiencing these unique titles on modern hardware. The prospect of these DS gems appearing on PlayStation consoles for the first time has generated significant buzz, positioning the Legacy Collection as a must-have for both longtime fans and newcomers. Don't go anywhere, because the horror continues with a deep dive into Resident Evil Requiem's performance on new hardware. Resident Evil Requiem, Switch 2 vs PS5 Showdown. Capcom has just unleashed a new trailer for Resident Evil Requiem, and with it comes a crucial look at how the game performs on the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2, directly compared to the PlayStation 5. This reveal is massive, confirming a February 27, 2026 release date across Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. But it's the visual and performance differences between the Nintendo and Sony consoles that have everyone talking. The footage showcases the Switch 2 version running at a native 1080p resolution and a steady 30 frames per second. In contrast, the PlayStation 5 version is aiming for a much smoother experience with higher resolutions and a target of 60 frames per second. Visual downgrades on the Switch 2 are noticeable, including reductions in global illumination, shadow detail, reflections, hair rendering, and texture clarity. These adjustments are clearly made to optimize the game for Nintendo's hybrid hardware, a significant feat given the demanding nature of modern AAA titles. What's truly impressive is that Resident Evil Requiem is running natively on the Switch 2, a departure from Capcom's previous use of cloud streaming for some titles on the Nintendo platform. This native execution suggests a more robust performance potential for future multi-platform releases on the Switch 2. Beyond Requiem, Capcom also confirmed that Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village will be coming to the Switch 2, solidifying its position as a serious contender for survival horror fans and signaling Capcom's commitment to the platform. But wait, the graphics debate doesn't stop there. We're asking you to tell us which PS5 games are the true visual kings. Your vote counts. What PS5 games boast the best graphics? In the ever-evolving landscape of PlayStation 5 gaming, one question sparks endless debate. What truly defines the best graphics? Is it raw, unadulterated technical power, or is it the captivating allure of masterful art direction? Here at PS5 Nexus, we're gearing up to create the ultimate list, but we realized we can't do it alone. We're opening the floor to you, our incredible community, to help us crown the PS5 games with the most stunning visuals of this generation. Think about the games that have left you speechless, titles like the Callisto Protocol with its intricate character models, or perhaps Octopath Traveler 2 with its breathtaking pixel art. Maybe you were mesmerized by the fantastical worlds of Black Myth Wukong, or captivated by the unique aesthetic of Hollow Knight. Silksong. We want to know what visually impresses you the most. Is it the hyper-realistic textures, the dynamic lighting, the fluid animations, or a combination of all these elements? Your opinions will directly shape our upcoming YouTube feature, ensuring it reflects the true passions and preferences of the PS5 gaming community. The response online has been phenomenal, with players passionately arguing for their favorites. Discussions are raging across forums and social media about graphical fidelity versus artistic vision, proving that the definition of best graphics is as diverse as the gaming community itself. We're seeing incredible engagement as players champion everything from sprawling open worlds to meticulously crafted indie gems, all vying for a spot on our definitive list. And speaking of games that push boundaries, our next review dives into a horror experience that's already generating serious buzz. Luto on PS5, a terrifying blend of PT and the Stanley Parable. Prepare for a psychological horror experience unlike any other as we dive into our review of Luto for the PlayStation 5. Developed by Broken Bird Games, Luto is already making waves for its unique metatextual approach, shattering fourth walls and delivering unsettling scares that echo the legendary PT and the mind-bending narratives of the Stanley Parable. Upon first entering the seemingly mundane house, the initial hours might feel familiar, even a bit cliché. You awaken in a standard contemporary setting, facing jump scares that are surprisingly mundane, like automated air fresheners. However, Luto quickly reveals its true nature. A disembodied narrator, reminiscent of the Stanley Parable's guide, leads you through repeating cycles of exploration. What starts as an annoyance evolves into something far more sinister as the narrative loops back on itself. This game masterfully plays with player expectations, using its iterative design to build an atmosphere of dread and unpredictability. The horror escalates as the game introduces its signature element: dozens, perhaps hundreds, of sheet ghosts eerily placed throughout the house. These figures, inspired by everything from Charlie Brown to A Ghost Story, evolve from amusingly spooky to genuinely terrifying as they begin to move, their unseen presence amplified by realistic animation and the constant mystery of what lies beneath. While Luto may falter slightly in its conclusion, struggling to tie up all its ambitious narrative threads, the journey itself is a masterclass in horror design. The game excels at keeping players disoriented and uncertain, a hallmark of truly effective horror. The unpredictable twists and turns, coupled with its clever nods to horror film history, make Luto a compelling and frightening experience that horror aficionados will find deeply rewarding. The developers wisely lean on suggestion and atmosphere over expensive CGI, creating a deeply unsettling experience that lingers long after the credits roll. That's all the news for today, but stick around for a lightning-fast recap and our full call to action. And that's a wrap on today's PS5 Nexus news. We saw Capcom make waves with the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection, got a stunning Resident Evil Requiem comparison between Switch 2 and PS5. You told us your picks for the best PS5 graphics, and we took a terrifying trip into the world of Luto. Did you enjoy today's breakdown? Then make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all the latest. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and let us know in the comments which news story you're most excited about. You can also follow us on all our social media channels for even more gaming content. We'll see you in the next one.